Yeah, good morning, dear participants. Welcome to the webinar, and I will start my presentation about adaptive planning's new features. My name is Olga Korne. I'm a functional consultant in Tieto Evry, and I have Adaptive Insights Planning First certification. We welcome you to join our Digital HR Insider in order to get new information in the future. Please also be welcome to put your question and Q&A area so that we can answer them in the end of the presentation. Also, please note that recordings are available later on demand. And feel free also to make some notes as you can download our PDF presentations. This is our safe harbor statement for reference, as some of the features are not yet available in the production. So the key new features I'm going to present are adaptive planning user experience, import and export availabilities in sheets, update and append structures for import, and at last, hide and unhide columns on modeled sheets. Please note that these functionalities are going to be delivered to all customers in March 22 only. So generally, there are three release themes: experience, efficiency, and agility. So the first feature, which is adaptive planning user experience, belongs to the theme called experience, which engages users in the moments that matter and save time with smart, intuitive experiences. Adaptive interface is continuously being aligned with Workday interface to provide a more consistent user experience. So this time the metrics report viewer and dashboard overview are updated. So with this slide, I want to remind you how it looks now. Current view, which will be old. And about the new view, I'm going to go to the instance and demonstrate it. So dashboards now have a brand new look and are in line with sheet and reports overview pages. All of navigation control to folders and add new button are now on the left-hand side of the perspectives. Your snapshots and schedules can be accessed from individual folder as well. Search functionality is added to the top, and it's contextual to the folder you're in. Also, perspectives, snapshots, and schedules can now be sorted by name, creator, and creation date. Also, you can see on the right-hand side of each individual perspective, you will find three dots that provide access to share, unshare, new snapshot schedule, duplicate, delete, and checkout. Please note that for every action taken, for example, I will duplicate the page. Toast messages provide confirmation in the upper right-hand corner. So I will also delete it back to see the effect again. And also, if you check out the perspective, the page will automatically refresh to your personal folder, and you will see the status checkout. So it's very, very easy and good to use, and I will publish it back. So to sum up about this feature, the layout of the matrix report viewer and dashboard overview are updated. Updates to the user interface are automatically available, and you will see these changes. The features I'm going to cover further belong to the theme called efficiency, to drive operational agility and efficiency through frictionless automation and functional breadth and depth. So to efficiency belong my next two features. It's update and append structures for import, which I will tell later about, and import and export availabilities in sheets, which I'm going to cover now as a feature number 2. So Workday now enables you to import and export availabilities for quick updates to your cube and model sheets by exporting a simple scannable presentation of what's currently available in the sheet, making changes to the spreadsheet and importing it. So this is a great possibility to perform bulk edits to metadata availabilities in sheets. But please note that you must enable codes for display names to use this feature. And the benefit we receive is streamlined changing metadata availabilities within Sheet Builder and better alignment with Workday process of promoting changes from sandbox to production. And as a demo, I will just show this print screen. You can see that the view is very familiar. Just there is a new section with import and export. The import icon provides a template with detailed instruction and import format, and the export will provide the report with values and availabilities in this for the field selected. For ease of use, it's recommended to use the most recent export file. So also I would like to mention specific description for cube and model sheet. So if it's cube sheets that you use cube sheet building area in modeling and you choose dimensions, attribute and levels. And of course, there are templates available as I have showed right now for your export and import. And for the model sheets, you use the same modeling sheet building area, but you choose columns and levels. And also there is a template for your convenience. And one note about model sheet custom dimension values is that there are specific options how you can handle the data. So you can delete it, you can move it to next available ancestor, or you can set to none, and then the data will be brought to the uncategorized value. And additionally, I want to summarize all of these in this table. Then when removing levels and dimension values for sheets, you should be mindful of the associated data. So for modeled sheets, the template provides option for custom dimension values where you can indicate how you want to handle the data. These were the options which I mentioned in the last slide. And removing levels from modeled sheets doesn't delete data, but hides the data from appearing on the sheet. And for cube sheets, the template provides confirmation for custom dimension values to remind you that you will delete the data. But similar to cube, removing accounts, levels, and attribute doesn't delete data, but hides it from appearing on the sheet. So to sum up about the second feature, you are enabled to import and export availabilities for quick updates to your cube and model sheets. You should enable custom display names to use this feature. And without doing this, you can continue to do it in the old way, manually adjusting it. So next feature for efficiency is update and append structures for import. Now Workday enables you to add new values and update values that already exist for accounts, values, and dimensions marked here. So using this feature will save your time and streamline your overall importing process. Now there is a single option that both updates and appends properties for metadata. It supports general ledger, customer, metric, assumption, model, and cube accounts, levels, and dimensions. It simplifies imports for metadata, minimizes maintenance and risk for import errors, and reduces implementation time. So you can see that it looks quite simple but convenient to use. You can see the old look, which is currently in the system. So it's a separate import operation for update and separate for append. And with the new release, it will be a unified import operation for update and append. For example, if you want to update, for some levels, the names has been changed and simultaneously there are new levels which appeared, you can now do in one action, which very much saves time. So also to sum up about this feature, the update radio button and the append radio button are now replaced with the new update and append radio button, and it is an automatically available features. If not using, then your data will not change. And now we are going to cover key feature number 4. The last release theme is agility, which means that organizations can get an agile foundation to quickly adapt to changing business conditions. And the last feature I'm going to present is hide and unhide columns on modeled sheets. This feature has been heavily requested from customers. It works both with admin and end user view state control. It gives ability to add display column in the filter and show only rows in modeled sheets that satisfy the filtering condition. This usability improvement aligns with Excel-like experience. Personalized view of sheets allows user to plan to only relevant columns. So this is the old view of display options. To remind you how it looks, so we have only filter rows sections inside. But now it will be that close to filter rows, we have hide columns section. So it's added on the display option menu in modeled sheets. It enables sheet users to select which columns they want to hide. And please note that in case there is such a necessity, this checkbox for hide column can be also be deselected. So you can prevent users in such a way from hiding the columns. And there are some additional consideration about this feature. When you hide columns on sheets, you are still enabled to filter the columns. No hidden columns values are included when you copy and paste a data range or copy rows. If there are split columns and you copy them, the values are not copied over from the hidden columns, and you're restricted from splitting an entire row when you hide all splittable columns. And to sum up about the feature, it's in new hide column section, which is added on the display options menu in model sheets, and it allows users to hide columns which they don't need currently. So you must note that you should submit a customer case to enable this option, so it's not automatically available. The setup is required, but otherwise the look will not change. And this was all about key features. I also list some other features which are present in the release. For example, there is checkbox and toggle columns on modeled sheets. Workday enables you to use checkbox and toggle columns on modeled sheets and in Excel interface for planning without having to purchase sales planning. Another feature is Cell Explorer in Cube Sheets. Workday improves Explore cell functionality. When you click a link to adjust data, the target sheet is also filtered by the same dimension, so it really improves efficiency. Next feature is report partitioning in Workday data sources. You can now partition data retrieved from Workday reports in the Workday data sources in adaptive planning integrations, which saves you time and eliminates the need to manually join tables. Next one to mention is Access NetSuite file cabinet data, where you can now access your file cabinet CSV files and NetSuite data sources, which simplifies the process. Also about workforce planning actions for job requisition and positions. This was actually the feature which was introduced last time in the last release, but there are also some functionalities which have been enhanced from that time. And also it's continued to enhance level, dimension, and attribute codes for display names. Attribute tagging is enabled in APIs and Excel reports, allowing tagging by attribute code and attribute name. And in the last slide, I want to show you some planning for a roadmap for the future release. So like mentioned, there are 3 release themes, 3 topics, and in the future, it's planned to develop profitability and cost management feature for Insight. For agility, there are some features in planning as work tag management, unified look and feel for modelers, hand count planning enhancement, and others. And if we are talking about efficiency, we have some new feature as unified security, enable sequencing of loaders and tasks, import-export sheet definitions, and also some other features which are being planned in the future. So I thank you very much for your attention, for joining. Of course, if you have any questions, please ask, or you can contact me in the future by email, and I'll investigate the feature for you and try to answer all your questions. Again, the reminder that you can join us in Digital HR Insider, and we really appreciate your feedback. So please tell your opinion about our presentation. Thank you.